Welcome to section 6. In this section, we're going to be talking about manage project knowledge. And we're going to be looking at the inputs, the tools and techniques, as well as the outputs. Now in this section, we'll delve into the manage project knowledge process. And this process focuses on capturing, storing, and distributing project knowledge effectively. You know, as a project manager, our work is knowledge based. Knowledge is the fundamental ingredient in project management. So in this section, we'll be focusing on how do you capture this knowledge, how do you store the knowledge, and how do you distribute the knowledge effectively, all right, for your team members and your stakeholders. So without further ado, let's explore the inputs, tools and techniques, as well as the outputs. So starting with the inputs, let's look at some of the inputs that we require in this process. Now here we have it again. The first one is the project management plan. The project management plan. Now, like we've seen before, this plan provides the context for knowledge management activities, including roles and responsibilities. So the project management plan, of course, gives us a basis for how we are going to manage the knowledge, all right, going through the whole project. Second, we have work performance data. Information on project performance is a valuable source of knowledge and insight. So every work that is going on the project are very, very valuable, not only for the next phase or the next step or the next section or sequence of the project, but also for subsequent projects, right? So it is very, very important to capture all this information and have them stored. Now here we have it again, enterprise environmental factors. Now this includes organizational culture and infrastructure. These influence how knowledge is managed, okay? Next is organizational process assets, or OPAs. Now this provides guidelines, templates and lessons learned from previous projects. All right, so let's look at the tools and the techniques that we use to manage project knowledge. So next input is knowledge management strategies. Now these strategies are developed to capture, organize and share knowledge effectively. This includes knowledge retention, knowledge transfer and lessons learned processes. So if we are talking about knowledge management, we have to have strategies for capturing such knowledge, organizing it and even sharing the knowledge. So this is very it's an important input in the process. Here we go again, information management systems. We've seen this in an earlier process before. So these are tools and systems for storing and assessing project knowledge. And these may include document repositories, databases, and collaboration platforms. Information management systems, no matter whatever form or type you're using, is very, very important tool for management of knowledge or knowledge management. So next is lessons learned repository. So this is centralized repository for storing and assessing lessons learned from the project. Now we've looked several times at the organizational process assets. All right, these are simply a database of lessons learned. These are a bunch of information and data from lessons learned. All right, lessons learned from previous projects. So these lessons from previous projects inform future projects, and of course they help to improve overall performance. Now let's look at the outputs from the manage project knowledge process. Now the first we have here is lessons learned. These are insights and knowledge gained during the project, and which are documented as lessons learned. They provide valuable guidance for future projects. So when we're talking about knowledge management, of course, one of the outputs will be lessons learned from the process. Next is project document updates. Updates to project documents, including the lessons learned repository and knowledge management plan. So of course, as you go along and new information surface, you need to update your project documents, right, to keep them at par with current trends, current happenings, all right, and with the present day experience in the field. So this is also equally important. Okay, so what are the key takeaways from this section? Firstly, effective knowledge management is vital for continuous improvement and preventing the reinvention of the wheel in future projects. Like I mentioned before, project managers do not have to reinvent the wheel. As a matter of fact, we don't even have all the time in the world to start reinventing the wheel. All right, so you want to pick it up from where the previous project left off and just build from there instead of starting again from the scratch. All right, lessons learned from one project can save time, reduce risk, and enhance the success of future endeavors. Now this is very, very critical to your success as a project manager. It will make your execution faster, to help you to save time and help you to be able to avoid risks, all right, and what we call scope creep, and it will actually help to improve your overall efficiency as a project manager. Okay, so that's it for this section. See you in the next section. Bye for now.